Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hustlers Podcast. And we apologize for the delay for being a few minutes late, but we had to get ourselves together. Yes, thank you. And we are excited and thank you guys for joining us again. We are here with our first guest, Miss Natasha.
Hi guys, how you doing?
Yes, so this is us, the Hustlers Podcast by Woozie. Woozie's hair company and all.
All Things Skin, Organic Skincare by Natasha Diaz.
Yes. So, thank you, Natasha, for joining us today and being so open, so excited to be your first guest.
No problem.
Yeah. So we just so the our name is the Hustlers Podcast. So we will be discussing like how do we hustle, what makes you a hustler, and how do you what is it that you do that breaks some generational curses? What is it that you do to break the next cycles to things change for you, your family, your community, and your children and your children's children's to come? So, Miss Natasha, I have a business, and do you want to tell us a little bit about your business?
Yes, my business is All Things Skin, Organic Skincare, located in Barrington, Rhode Island. It is currently It is currently a skincare studio. It is solely owned, operated by myself. We cater to specifically skincare, but we do all forms of aesthetic, all modalities, skin, waxing, hair removal, advanced skincare, lash lifts and tints. Currently, it is myself. I am looking to branch off and to open up and have more people join me, but for right now it is me, and that is pretty much it.
All right, thank you. And where are you? What is your address?
My address is 310 Maple Avenue, which is right in the heart of Barrington, Rhode Island, right off the main strip in Barrington, which is County Street.
All right, I get a few questions for you, and one of the first questions that I have a few questions, so
Okay,
a lot of questions. Okay,
that's fine. I'm ready. I'm prepared. Let's do this.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like I know and how we met. We are both business owners. We are both full-time mom entrepreneurs. We are also, most importantly, we are women of faith. We are women of prayers, and we put God first in everything that we do. But
Amen.
tell us what makes you a hustler. How do you hustle?
Let's see. What makes me a hustler? That
What keeps you going?
What keeps me what keeps me going, I think, is really more appropriate. First and foremost, the number one thing that keeps me going is God.
Amen.
I would not be where I am today without him. I did start off in this business as a licensed cosmetologist, catering more so to makeup. My love for makeup just kind of came from, I guess, wanting to boost my self-esteem. I was a licensed cosmetologist and I let my license die down. And what happened from there was I needed a way to get back into the salon, and I decided to hop on aesthetics. Going into aesthetics, I think about 4 or 5 years ago now, I ended up falling in love with it. What initially started off as just a quick fix, just to get into a salon to do makeup, soon became a love, a passion, and what I found to be my gift from God. Going through aesthetic school, it was pretty much, there was some bumps along the road, as with everything in life. But by the end of the course, I just kind of found out that this is my calling. This is what the Lord has called me to do. And I just kind of ran from there.
All right. Sounds good. So I don't want to overwhelm you too much.
Lay it on me.
So what is your favorite things to do at work, like in your business? What is it that you like to do the most? Like,
okay, so that's a tough question, because being an esthetician, I'm licensed to do a lot of modalities, and within my studio, I do a lot of different things. Like I said, I started off very passionate about makeup. Initially, I pretty much everything I eat, slept, breathed was makeup. Right now, as an esthetician, I not solely cater to, but my main focus of my practice is skin. I'm also licensed to do waxing, makeup, lash tints, lash lifts. I love all of that, but my passion and my gift is within skincare. So everything skincare, corrective skincare, hyperpigmentation, which is discoloration of the skin, acne, you name it. If it's related to the skin and correcting or improving the skin, I'm your girl. That's my main thing. That's what I love to do. I could do it all day, every day. I could do it for no money at all if we weren't in these times where we had to live, where we need money to kind of live. But I am very, very passionate about skincare. Education is very important. And another thing that's important to me is making sure that the products that I use are clean, making sure that there's not chemicals or parabens, sulfates, things like that. I feel like there are a lot of estheticians out there, and not to disrespect and knock anyone's business, but for me, it is very, very important that the products I use are clean and green. And I know that that phase can kind of be cliche, but I do research everything I use. Everything I use on my clients, I use on myself. So being that I want to make sure that I have good ingredients on my own skin, I more so want to make sure that my clients can come in knowing that, they're not going to have a lot of toxins. They're not going to have a lot of bad ingredients. They're going to get the purest product that's going to get them the best results. And that is essentially, that's what drives me, is clean green, really clean green skincare.
All right, y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it. So tell us a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit personal.
Oh
So
boy.
a little bit personal. So what does your morning routine look like? What do you do when you get up in the morning?
Oh
What
my
gets you?
goodness. Okay.
How do you start your day? Because I know as an entrepreneur, business owner, and you're not only a business owner, a full-time entrepreneur, but you're a mom, you're a wife. Like it's so hard to wear all those different hats and keep it going and
Absolutely.
keep your
Absolutely.
your mental state of mind, like keep your sanity. So what? How do you keep it together while
How do
hustling?
I keep it together? That is easy, but not easy. So the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is I take some time aside and I sit with the Lord. I take about a good half hour to 45 minutes. I devote that time to the Lord. I pray. I just get myself in the right mindset and let Him be the lead of my day. And that is essentially how everything falls into place according to His plan. It wasn't always this way, but I found that as I've gotten older, as my life has become more somewhat unpredictable and out of control. Like you said, I am a mom, I'm a wife, but I'm also a grandmother.
Yes, I
I
forgot about
have a
that.
lot of responsibilities at home, and I feel like without the Lord and putting Him first and foremost, I would not be equipped to do all of this. So I first have to seek Him first. I first have to, put Him first and allow Him to put things into perspective for me so that my day can go according to His plan. And that is first and foremost. That is the most important thing
All
about
right.
starting my day.
So business wise, what would you like to see all things skin organic care to be like in? Because I
Oh
know
my
you
goodness.
started like in this pandemic as well, right?
No, I didn't start the pandemic.
Oh, you
Pandemic.
moved. You
I
just
was
moved.
I was I was established before the pandemic, but the pandemic when the pandemic came on, I had just upgraded my salon suite from a small one-room suite to a bigger spa. So essentially it was a little nerve-wracking because
Mhm.
I had just moved into this bigger space. I taken what I felt was a little bit more than I could chew, and this pandemic, well, like everyone else, was a little bit worrisome. So I mean, I really wasn't sure which way things were going to go, and I did end up downsizing due to the pandemic. But honestly, I prayed my way through it, and as always, the Lord was good to me, and I was able to double my business during the pandemic, and now I'm back in a bigger location. I'm in a
Yes.
more beautiful, luxurious spot in Barrington. I have 5 rooms right now that I'm working with, so I'm really looking at expanding. I'm looking at bringing on possibly another esthetician, a massage therapist, maybe a lash artist, but those are things that I'm all looking into right now. So that's what I kind of see for all things skin in the future. And then beyond that, I'm kind of looking forward. Right now, I'm located in a medical building in Barrington, and I'm looking forward to opening a storefront at some point.
Yes. So how do you see what do you see for your business maybe in the next year? You just said it. You just answered the next question.
Yep.
Finding a storefront.
Yes.
Okay.
That's next. Finding a storefront and expanding and building a team is what I.
And another thing, do you also have your own product line, right?
Yes, that's right. That's right. We got so caught up in everything else. So yes, I have my own product line, which is ATS Botanicals, All Things Skin Botanicals. It is a 70% organic and natural skincare line. It's formulated by myself and another company in Texas. And we carry everything from cleansers, toners, moisturizers, serums, pretty much everything you would need for every skin type. It is available online at the website, which is www.allthingskinorganic.net. And of course, it is available at the shop.
All right. I don't know if I should keep bombarding your questions
or bring it on. Bring it on. That's what we're here for, right?
Or do you want to just talk about your own thing? Like, I don't know.
You can, yeah, it's up to you. You can ask me. You can.
I think I'll take a pause for my because my question list for you had 50 questions.
50.
50 questions. But yes, I think one of the main thing like I was saying earlier is how like if as a mother, as a wife, to just balance everything, because like for me myself, like my kids are getting a little bit older, but still you still have to care for them. You still have to make sure everything is going on while you're still making sure you're answering your phones, you're booking appointments, and it's still a lot. But for me, at the end of the day, I find that to be very rewarding. Like it's a lot of stress, but I like
it's
the
all
challenge.
Worth it. Yes, it's all worth it. Absolutely.
I like I could not see myself just having a pick up the phone.
Right,
Yes,
no, 9 to 5
yeah.
job,
No,
right.
I like the hustling. I like the hustling.
Yes.
I like the hustling. Yes.
So it is definitely a challenge. Like you said, your children are older, so you are blessed in that area. The little ones,
not as old as I want them to be.
The little ones I am responsible for are, let me see, I have to think about this. There's so many of them. Genesis is 5, Josiah is 6, Milanus is 8, Damaris is 12. I also have my son Angel, who is developmentally disabled. He's 25, but he lives with us. And it is very, very challenging at times. I mean, there's a lot to balance between, the day-to-day, every day, get laundry, get the house clean, and then having a skincare line. Everything within this business is solely on me. I'm actually in the process of looking to bring on an assistant just because I am slicing myself a little bit thin here with all the hats that I wear. I mean, I'm responsible for putting these products together, somewhat formulating them with the assistance of my lab. That's a lot of work. Formulating my protocols, all my treatments are customized to each and every client's needs. So I often find myself up at wee hours in the morning, just taking notes from the clients that I've seen during the day, just kind of making sure that everything is stocked within the business. I order my products in bulk so that I bottle them myself. So then you'll find me at 11 o'clock at night when I should be sleeping. I may be folding laundry, bottling products, labeling products, making sure that everything is weighed out according. So it is definitely a lot of work, but it's absolutely rewarding, and I wouldn't change it for anything else. So, like I said, I just go to the Lord and just ask him to give me strength for every day to do what I need to do, and he meets me where I am. And so that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
So what do you do for fun? Let's talk about fun.
Fun. When is there time for fun? What I do for fun? Research, bottle everything I just told you. And honestly,
when you think your business, I think I try to do that, or I try to say that, or I'm gonna get my mind off business. Like even like if I have like date night with my husband, or if I'm watching a movie, I'll be like, okay, I'm off business mind. I'll get my phone. I'll be like, or let me go on social media, and before you know it, I'm doing business. So like,
Right.
it's
Same
I
here.
think like it's in your mind. You just, but do you ever? I know I'm not there yet, but can you ever shut your mind off and be like completely off, and let's just fun?
Honestly,
Because I'm looking for hints how to do that. I don't know how to do that.
no. I mean, like I said, I am definitely out of balance in that area. It's just very hard for me to do because being a solo and an entrepreneur, it's like this is where I'm looking to expand and bring on a team so that I
Mm-hmm.
can have some more of that balance so that I can plan for vacations and time with the family and things like that. And recently what I've done is I've shut down
Ah.
Saturdays just so that I can spend
Wouldn't
time
that
with the
be the
family.
busiest day for a business like yours? Because I know Saturday
Well,
like
see,
is
this
one of
is
my
the thing, and
busiest
this
days.
is one of the things that I like about being an entrepreneur is because I can always change as the times
Yes.
change. So for a little bit, I had no one on Saturdays. So I said, I'm going to give this time to my family. I'm going to make sure that the house gets clean, make sure that we get the kids out to do something fun. Sundays, I dedicate to the church and the Lord. And Saturdays have recently picked up. So what I've been doing is just limiting myself because
Mm.
that is a busy day
Yeah.
for people that can't come in during the week, only have the weekends, or kids that are in school that come see me can't get in because parents are busy, need
Mm-hmm.
those Saturdays. So I've been doing one Saturday a month. And every so often I'll do 2 Saturdays a month. But
So when it comes to fun, you don't. There's no time for fun.
there's no time for fun at the time. No, there isn't.
I find that
There
I
isn't.
will go on vacation. I will take time, but
Vacation, what's that? What's that?
I think I love to go on vacation more than my bank account do. I love to go away. We love to go away. But even when I'm away, it's hard to slow my mind down.
Right.
I'm always on the next thing.
Right.
Or if there's nothing to do, I will create something to do. But it's slowing down of the. I think that's the hustling thing. Like you go, you go, you go,
I
you
think
go.
that when you're an entrepreneur, there's always something to do. Like when you're
Yeah.
at the top of that business, you have to set aside time. You have to pencil it in. If you have a schedule, I have to
Hmm.
schedule a lunch break. And even I've gotten out of doing that.
Yeah, me
I
too.
put like 15 to 20 minutes in between clients. And I take a can of soup that I can sit down during the treatments because for me, I just feel so dedicated to the client. I feel like
Hmm.
you're paying me. This is your time. I need to make sure your skin is on point. And so eating and doing all that other stuff, it's out of balance, but it's kind of not a priority right now. My
Hmm.
clients are my sole priority and my family. So that time is split very thinly. Like in order to give time to the family and give time to the client, there's
Hmm.
really not time for much more than that. There's only 24 hours in a day, and I kind of need 26, 30.
So I know I
So
cannot
I need
do.
more time.
I do need way more than 24 hours a day. Like 24 won't cut it. But what do you do for self care?
I do my own facials at home. That's what
That,
I love to do. I just did some micro needling last night. You can go on my IG, my Facebook, and look at the awesome results from micro needling.
no,
But
okay. Let me rephrase the question, Natasha. What do you do for self care outside of your house and outside of your shop? What had
crickets,
happened was.
crickets, 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 crickets. Yeah,
I think
this.
that's
Okay,
important.
no, actually, you know what? I did think of something. There was my lovely guy Henry at Venus Nails in our Fall River. That's what I do for fun. I like,
Ah,
yes,
yeah,
that's what I do for
yeah.
fun.
I'm big on my hair. Some people say, "Oh, you hairdresser, you go get your hair done." It
No,
does
you
not feel the
do.
same.
No, because only you're too picky. That would be like me going to see someone else for a facial. I wouldn't enjoy it because
But
I
I
would just,
actually do.
oh, you do?
Oh
Oh, I
yeah, I
don't.
do not
I
enjoy
don't.
doing my own hair.
I
Oh no,
don't.
I
I
love
don't.
going to. I love going to a salon. I have a friend that has a shop in Windorf. I will go like when I need certain things. I love going to a salon and just sit back, tell somebody else, scratch my scalp a little bit more. Like you know, like clients be giving you order. I like to go in and just order somebody
I
out.
always
Like
say I would love to experience myself. Absolutely. Like, I mean, the other day I was just so exhausted and I had about a good hour and a half in between clients. And I was just like, let me just lay in this bed and listen
Yeah.
to this music and enjoy this atmosphere that, I worked so hard to put together. Let me just try and experience what the client
Oh.
experienced. And actually, I took a little 15-minute nap. And
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I love,
it was kind of awesome.
to me,
Now I
I
just need
find,
someone to touch my face
yes, it doesn't feel the
the
same.
way
Like
I do.
when I'm washing my own hair, it's more like, but when somebody
I
is
haven't
massaging
found
it,
anyone yet. Maybe I'm just too picky, but yeah,
yeah, I
there's
think when
got to
you're
be
in
some
this field,
esthetician out there that can hook me up a little bit.
but sometimes for me, I already make up my mind. Like I might not be satisfied, but I just want the experience of just going,
Right,
just
right,
sitting and having somebody else care for me.
right.
Like I just found this great nail place, Boston Nails on Plymouth Ave, and she is amazing. I will go, and she knows my daily routine, so I'll call. She hates it. I still do it. Last minute. Hey, I got a cancellation. Can I come in?
I do the same thing to my guy. Hey, Henry, can you squeeze me in tomorrow?
And I will go, but like I can do it by myself, but it feels different. Like I
Right.
sit and I sit on the massage chair. She's doing like I as one thing that I think that's one thing that I kind of big on. I don't know, but it's just self care. Like go get my
Right.
hair done,
Right.
go for a massage. We found this place at what is it? Dartmouth Mall. It's a massage place, and they stay open late. Go get a massage. Like
Nice.
we have a personal trainer. All of this I feel like helped me to give my best. So,
Right, right.
but it's hard to. And it's some. Do you
I
find
need
that
that.
you feel
I need that.
you feel guilty when you do that?
I don't do it, so I don't know what it feels like. I mean, and when I go see Henry for my nails, that's like my only little tiny tidbit. And I do feel guilty because
Yeah.
in my household, it's just me and my awesome, awesome husband, Mr. Bobby Diaz. Shout out. Love you. And it's either me or it's either him. So if one of us is taking time off,
Yeah.
then the other one has like our tribe of children. And even like when we go to church, everyone's like, here's the DS tribe. And it's like, I feel guilty. Like I look at the watch and I'm like, Henry, can you hurry up? Because I got to get home. My husband's doing lunch. He's doing the laundry. I got to help him out. I shouldn't be sitting here. I often feel like I shouldn't be sitting here pampering myself and he's at home with the kids.
Do you know what I've been doing lately?
I need
when I'm doing
balance in that
things
area
me,
for sure.
I leave my phones in the car.
Okay, I can't do that. I can't do that. I bring my phones, my business phone, primarily.
Especially
Everywhere I
business
go,
phone.
I gotta have the phone. I gotta have.
You never leave it behind.
I never leave it behind, and I always feel guilty when I do. Always.
I'll leave. We actually go on vacation and I left my business phone at home.
Okay.
We're going to a whole different state.
I would do that. If I was on vacation, I would definitely leave it behind. And I have business hours set up in place for my clients for like booking appointments and things like that. But I always feel like if there's a client out there, especially like towards my regular clients, that may be like, oh, I just saw this. What do you think? I always feel like obligated to them. Like I have to set boundaries, and I stop answering the phone to take appointments at certain times, or I stop answering text messages at a certain time. But there's still a part of me that feels like clients deserve, what separates me from someone else. I am there for my clients, and I feel like they are my clients, but they should be able to know that I'm there for them. Like all the time. And it's a fine line between, business and, separating yourself apart. And I need balance, more balance in that area. But like my clients, I'm very thankful for them. A lot of them are so loyal to me.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be where I am without them. And I feel like, I don't know, that I just owe them the best of the best of the best to give them all of myself.
For me, I found that I definitely get what you're saying. I found that when I was like that, what it does, it gives you so much anxiety. But when I slow down and be like, I tell my clients, you can message me, give me time to get back to you. It might be today, it might be the next day. I don't feel guilty no more about that, because what it does, instead of me giving you a rush answer, it gives you time to answer you the proper way. Then and I feel like it helps me, because once I take care of me, then I can take care of you.
Yes, absolutely.
But if I'm washing it, then it's like I'm cheating you of the right answer. So I find that, and it took me almost 2 years, and I feel like in the last 3 months, that's when I started. I got a message, I can flip it over. I don't read it. I flip it over, and then I'm not answer. I tell them, give me 24 hours to answer.
Right.
But it's a fine line, because you feel like And one thing I do, like, and I'm very mindful of that. Like, I leave the shop between 1:30 to go get my son from school, and I will be in the car, and then I pick him up, but I'm sitting waiting for him. I'm texting, or I'm on a phone call,
Answering
or
emails.
yeah, answering emails, and also like talking to my mom who calls me 50 times a day. But what I do now, once I'm in the car, I only answer my husband's phone call.
Okay.
I do not answer nobody because what that 15 minutes drive give me a
That's
mommy
like your
and son. Yeah,
debriefing time. Yes.
it gives me time with him.
Right.
I can check with him how the day is going. Today, actually, he said, "Oh, you make me talk more now than before."
That's good.
So it helps you to do that balance. So once I drop him off at home, then it's almost like, and I have to literally think about it. It's like, okay, now that he's in the car, I'm in mommy mode.
Right. So you've taken off a different hat.
Yes.
When
And
you
then
take off the hairstylist hat. Yeah.
once I drop him off at home, and now I'm not in, I call it the Uber mom. Now I'm not an Uber mom. I'm a full-time mom. I make sure I get him settled and everything. And then when I get in the car to go back to work, now I'm back.
Right.
So that helps me balance it. And also when I get home at night, put my phone down. Now I'm in full-time mom mode. I check in with everybody. And once we get into the bedroom, those kids follow us like, shh. And I try to put the phone down. Now I'm into mommy mode. Checking everybody. Then I'm back to the entrepreneur. But it's hard. I like I said, in the last 2 months.
That balance is really hard.
Yes. And I've been doing better with this in the last one. Before that, I was just like, try to be able to save you. But at the end of the day, it didn't work. It's a hard boundary.
Someone's calling you out, Woozie, saying you answer her.
That's because I love you, Heather. No, but and the little time that I've been here, like I've been blessed to have so many, and I know you can relate to that. So many amazing clients. Like,
yes.
like when I moved here and I opened this business, I literally opened 6 months after moving here.
Wow.
Yes,
That's awesome.
I didn't even know my way home. I actually found my business location while getting lost.
Wow.
To go home. I was like, I don't need the
awesome.
GPS. I'll find my way home. And then instead of turning on Pleasant Street, then I turn on Bedford Street.
Wow.
And then I pull up at the Boys and Girls Club. I'm like, yeah, I need the GPS. And then I found a place for this.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, so, and then we opened, and then 1 week later, no, we opened on March 13th. We got robbed and vandalized on the 21st, and then we got shut down on the 23rd.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
But you know what? I wouldn't take nothing back. Like in my previous jobs, I would go to work and then I'll have like panic attack. Like my heart would be racing. But now in the morning, I drop my son off and I'm like,
ready to go. Ready to go. That's awesome.
Yes, and even if I don't have like a client at 8 o'clock, but just like I've been blessed with amazing, amazing clients. I don't even think I have clients no more. I call them clients/family.
Absolutely. I agree.
Clients, because you talk to them about so much stuff.
That's why I have a hard time, separating. And it's a fine line between, keeping that business and pleasure line. And I find that I have a hard time with that because a lot of my clients are members. I have a monthly membership program where clients come in for a discounted rate and they come and see me every month. And when you're talking to the same person month after month after month, year after year, there's a family, there's a bond, there's a unit that comes there. And it's just, this is why it's hard for me to just say, okay, it's 5 o'clock. I'm not answering this client or I'm shutting down this time. I mean, yes, I have to cater to my family and I'm guilty of that because even my daughter will say, Mom, you're always texting the clients or it's always about the clients. And I need to give my family that time too. But it's like you said, my clients are also my family. So it's just like, weighing it out. It's all about balance. It's all about balance. And that's what I'm working on, balance.
I have some clients I might have to fire because they be bringing food. I got some clients that will not make appointments, okay? And then they will come over with breakfast pizza that one of them just introduced me to. No, it's not nice. And that's so they can squeeze into the schedule.
Really?
And then so they'll bring in pizza, they'll bring in sodas, they'll bring in food because they know I love food. And coming to Fall River, I have a new love for Charisse. I I had no idea what that was prior to moving here. And they'll
It's
bring me
amazing.
like Chorizo pizza with mixed vegetables. So the vegetable makes me feel like I'm still following my diet. And yeah, they'll just
That's
sit there
funny.
and before you know it, I end up doing the hair.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so it's a bond. Like
I'm not there yet, but
I think like most of my clients know where I live. They come to my hangout, they come to my cookouts. Like it's and then one thing that I always prayed about, I said, God, whoever does not belong in my chair, do not send them.
you know what? I have that same prayer. I have
And
that
when
same
people
thing.
cancel on me, I'm like, that is the answer
That's
because
so
I do not.
funny that you said that.
I am
Because
not going to jail over a client.
it's
No,
so
do not
funny.
come. Do not come. Do not come. Do not come. Because this is one thing I say, and you might be able to relate to that too. Like, if you go to work and you are an employee, then you have to deal with the nastiness. You have to deal with somebody attitude. But in my own place of business, no.
You know what? That's tricky because with the public, there's always going to come challenges, and so I think in what 4 or 5 years of being in business now, I think I've actually only had to fire one client, but it's just like you said. I find that the Lord takes care of it, and whenever I have a client that cancels or is removed, like I don't sweat it anymore
No,
because I
no.
know that He's doing something. Or someone cancels last minute, it always he always fills it with 2 or 3 or someone else to come into that place. So for me, it's like I just learned to trust His timing,
Yeah.
trust His will, and just trust Him wholeheartedly, because I know that at the end of the day, He's got my back and everything. So it's all about that
Yeah.
trust.
I believe
absolutely
in that.
agree.
Like when people cancel or don't show up, I'm like, you know what? That's God saving me from something because you
Yes,
don't know.
you had a plan.
And you know what I do that when I have new clients coming in, so I would get up and then I'll have my schedule and I'll say, okay, I have somebody coming in for a service, but I've never served them before. And then when you go on the website, you feel they put out their name, their phone number. I actually will pray over that client. I
pray over every single client.
Yeah,
every
but
single
especially
client.
the new clients because I'm like, this gotta be in because I don't want that tension in my
Right,
business.
that
I don't want
energy.
that.
Yes, that energy.
That and
Yes.
and then sometimes what I find that too, like some people will come and they have so much anxiety coming to a new
Yes.
business, especially with hair. People
They
like
just have anxiety.
yes,
Period.
and
A
they're very
stressful time.
personal about people touching their hair, and all they need is for you to just be a little bit kinder, a little bit nicer for them to feel comfortable. Like I had clients that come to my chin that just sit like. Yeah, and but literally 30 minutes later, we're talking about the grandparents,
Yes.
the crazy in-laws. Like they just have to feel that
Loved.
that love, yes,
Appreciated.
and it works. It works. But I love what I do. I wouldn't trade it for
I agree.
else.
I totally agree.
I wouldn't trade it. I have a lot of good clients. Can't trade it.
And there's always room for more. So if you're looking for skincare, all things skin organic.
Always room for more. Except there's no more room for food.
I'll take the food.
No more room for food. No more room for food. Yeah,
that's fine. Drop the food off here. That's fine.
Drop it off here? Maybe. Charisse, I'll take it.
I love Charisse.
And then that new thing I just tried, oh my God, what is Portuguese rolls? On Sundays, I go to that bakery, and then they have that butter that comes with it. It's in a blue one.
Oh my goodness, you're making me fat.
Oh, it is so good.
I've been overindulging on food lately.
It is so good. Is that the place that's on not too far from Walmart? Yeah, I don't know. I think it's called Ponte Bakery. Pond Bakery. Yeah, I go there like yeah. What is it? Yes, on Rodman. Oh yeah, and you go there, get the hot bread. I will literally go there with my hand sanitizer and get the bread and then slice it open with the butter. Like, don't call my phone, don't text me.
It's just me
don't
and my
email
bread.
me. Like on Sunday, me and my sister-in-law, we did it. We went there, we sat in the car. We ate so much. And then that other thing they have that called
Marcello's.
Oh, it's a sweet thing.
The sweet bread.
Yeah, it's round, it's crunchy.
Oh, the Portuguese. No, I don't know what that. Oh, malasadas.
Yes.
Those.
Oh, I was so off. Yeah, that thing. That is so good. So good. Yeah. That's what I do here in Florida. I've been eating, gaining weight. Yeah.
Hey, what else is there to do? Good Portuguese food. Love it. Love it.
And I have this client that knows everywhere to get food in Fall River. If you need a reference and you call her, she will tell you where to go and not to go. Like,
That's
yes,
awesome.
yes,
Awesome.
that's what we do. That is it. Anyhow, can people ask questions on the deal now? I don't know.
They can comment
It's
in.
live.
You can put out your number, they can call in, whatever you want to do.
Do you still need the 15, the 30?
Heather is telling you that that's blood pudding.
Ew, my grandmother mentioned
I
that.
don't think that's what you're talking about.
No, I don't think it's blood pudding.
No.
Ew, my grandmother's mentioned that. Yeah, yeah.
All right, so we will be back in a little bit.
Potty break.
Yeah, party break. We're going for a party break.
Right. So which earring can't you see? Can't you see?
We can see it all.
I can't see it all.
We can see it
Oh,
all.
now the earring just broke, so forget it.
You can't even.
Can't believe I lost the earring. I'm so upset.
All right. So my other question is like, I love to read, but I found that since becoming full-time entrepreneur, it's hard to read. Do you have any favorite books that you read? How do you find time for reading?
Oh my goodness, that's a very, very good question. So prior to this busy life of mine with husband and multiple children and grandchildren, reading was one of my favorite pastimes. When I was younger, my grandmother actually put me on punishment. She took away all the TVs, and I could do nothing but go to the library and just read. So during that time, I think I was about 9 or 10 years old, I fell in love with reading. I would read like 36 books a week. So,
wow.
yes, and I just fell in love with everything from Little House on the Prairie to Sweet Valley High, for those of you that remember those books from way, way back in the days. And I just love reading. As I gotten older, I used to read a little bit more. And I used to read things that were not so good, like Jackie Collins novels and a lot of garbage, but it was still reading. And it's, even though it was garbage, it was still better than watching TV. And till this day, I still love reading, but there's absolutely no time in my schedule for reading.
Yeah.
So I have fallen in love with audiobooks.
Yes, that's
Audiobooks
yes.
and podcasts.
Yes. Oh my
There
God.
is so much knowledge out there for you to absorb for free through audiobooks. Well, not audiobooks, but through the podcast. So,
yes.
I mean, I feel like as a mother, as a Christian, there's so many different topics. Like, I don't even have time for TV anymore. I mean, I subscribe to Hulu and all those
people
things.
in my house talk about that because they put a movie in it.
But I'm just like, I much rather absorb knowledge. I'd rather absorb a knowledge. I'd rather hear, a good sermon from a pastor I don't, normally listen to. Just get a different perspective on a book in the Bible. I love esthetician podcasts. I love to see, what other people in my industry are doing. It keeps me sharp. It keeps me on point. It keeps me aware. I love trade shows. And this year I was unable to make it to the trade show in New York. So I kind of lived through, other people all over the country, all over the world. We should.
It's in May. I get tickets.
Oh, is it makeup or is it skin?
Everything. Everything. We'll
talk. I'm excited. That could be my balance.
Yes. I used to feel guilty for the Audible books, but what I found that I'm still doing,
Audible's expensive.
But I would buy the hard copy.
Yep.
And then flip to the first couple pages and find that I have no time. And then I ordered the Audible version of it.
So
it's like I end up having both, but the hard copy, I I barely open.
It's so hard to for me, even if I had the hard copy, I feel like it would be so hard to just focus on the book because for me, like you can't even use the bathroom without someone being like, "Mommy, I need to get in," and it's like we just downsized from 2 bathrooms to 1 bathroom.
Oh,
So there's there's 4 or 5 kids, 2 adults. There's like 7 of us in 1 bathroom. So bathroom time can be quite challenging at my house. So the bathroom used to be my go-to place to kind of have some quiet time. But bathroom is like the number one hot spot in the house, the number one place where everyone wants to be at the same time. So
my daughter's 18. She still follow me in there.
My daughter too. My 12-year-old. My 12-year-old's like that. No one can come in the room, when she's getting dressed, but they can just barge in, take a shower, ask you a question. So yeah, there's no quiet time for book reading. So I find that I like the audiobooks because even if I don't hear it, I can always hit rewind really quickly. And I feel like it's easier for me to multitask. If I'm folding laundry, if I'm, cooking dinner, I can still absorb that knowledge at the same time. And then it can also continue in the car. So you can't read a book while you're driving, but you can listen to a book while you're driving.
If I'm reading a hard copy book, I'm in the book, but I don't know nothing that I just read.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah. Because you're just reading the words, but you're kind of just like, what about
I'm
this?
not comprehending. I'm not processing what I'm reading. But when I'm listening to it, it's kind of like, even if I'm not paying attention, but like your inner man is like hearing it. So it's different than reading a hard copy.
Yes, I agree.
Okay, so that makes me feel good.
I love audio.
I'm already on you, and I can't read a book
and
blame it on business.
Yes.
So what are your top 3 podcasts you listen to other than?
Oh my goodness, I don't have a top 3 anymore. Oh my goodness. Let me look and see.
I listen to every little bit here, a little bit there.
Okay, here's my thing. I kind of there's so many good podcasts out there. There's so many, especially the Hustlers podcast.
Yeah,
got to give that one. Got to give that one a thumbs up. But I don't know. It depends on the topic. I mean, I have my Christian women's podcast that I listen to, and then I have my aesthetics podcast that I listen to. So for right now, there's a couple of estheticians podcasts that I listen to. One of them is by the company that I carry my insurance through, which is ASCP, Associated Skincare Professionals, and I'm really loving them because they have a lot of information on ingredients, on how retinols, vitamin C, different ingredients work within different layers of the skin, and that education just keeps me on point. It keeps me on my toes. It keeps me aware of so many different things. This in my field with skin, there's just so many different things going on. There's so many skincare lines out there that are saying, use vitamin C, use retinol, use this, use that. And I feel like I have to, that's one I actually just listened to. But I feel like when my clients come in and ask me questions or tell me, well, I already use a vitamin C, I have to be able to tell them why they should use a vitamin C, why they should use my vitamin C in comparison to someone else's. And I can't just say because mine's is the best. Why is mine's the best? How is it formulated? How is it stabilized? What type of vitamin C? There's so many different vitamin C's out there. There's so many different forms of retinol. I just had a sister from church tell me the other day, she said, I want skin like yours. And I said, vitamin C and retinol. And she was like, I already use vitamin C and retinol. And I said, yes, but you don't use mine. Is it stabilized? How is it formulated? Is it retinol? Is it retinol? Is it retinol palmitate? Like there's so many things within skincare that people just go to, Walmart, go to, Macy's, and they just see something and they just buy it based on that marketing and that advertising. And I have to be able to tell my clients, yes, you should be buying this, which most of the times they really shouldn't because there's a lot of marketing behind it. And why? I can't just say, no, it's garbage, don't buy it, buy mine. But I have to give you like a true explanation of that.
I find that people have this mindset that because we're small business, we're small company, your products are not that good. So they feel like the bigger companies' products are more are better just because they're bigger. And to me, I'm like I have my own product line, and when like for my leave-in condition, people put it on. It detangles their hair very well, but they will only experience it in my salon, and like that sometimes they buy it. But if they're looking for a products, I feel like people have a harder time buying from small businesses because they're thinking, oh, if it's at Macy's, if it's being promoted this, if it's being promoted that, then it's better. But when people don't understand, like you said, there's a lot of marketing behind that. But when it's products that you make yourself, you know what's in it.
Yes, I agree
You
with
know
that
what's
100%.
in it. You know the ingredients. Like
Yes.
I'm not big on how do you call it, private label. I like to make my products know
Yes,
what's in it.
formulation. And there's a difference between private label and your own formulation.
Yes.
And
you
I
can
think
vouch for it, you know what's in it, you know what it does, and then you put it to work. Like you like I'm in the middle of making a new product now. I've been experiencing it for the last 2 months. I add a little bit of this, it does something different to the hair, a little bit of that.
Yes.
But you can't do this when it's private
no,
label.
you cannot. You can't do that when it's private label, and you can't do that when you go to Macy's. Not Macy's or Sally's or wherever the local beauty supply is. And I think that mindset is true, but that mindset is only true within a certain demographic of clients.
Yes, I agree.
Because I feel like today's consumers are much more educated. I think that they realize a lot what's going on with the marketing piece. And if you're buying something, let me just use a CeraVe or Clinique or something like that, you have to realize how much of the active ingredient is in it. They have to pay for the labeling. They have to pay for the preservative for it to stay on the shelves for 1, 2, 3, however amount of time. They have to pay for the girl that works in Macy's to sell it. They have to pay her commission. They have to pay for their labels. So if you think about it, at the end of the day, how much of that product are you really getting that's active ingredient versus if you get it from me or you, we have one big batch. It's formulated according to our customization.
Yes.
It's formulated for only us. So you're not going to find that same makeup anywhere else. You may find something similar with the same ingredients, but you have to realize is how is it stabilized? How is it formulated? How is that ingredient deck set up? So there's many different things that go into it. And for us to give it to you, we mark up a whole lot less than,
but you know, at the end of the day,
company.
when you think about it, there's not much money being made with it because it's more about like the pride of you making your own thing. And people are using it,
and the integrity that's behind it. Yes.
I'm coming up with my Dreadlocks Oils now, and what I've been doing, I have like a lot of clients with different hair texture. Like the other last weekend, I tried it with a client. He's Puerto Rican, and I tried it with another client who is African American. And then what I realized, on both of their hair, it doesn't leave it greasy. But the formula that I had before that, when I put it on the Puerto Rican client, his hair, he has locks, but it sticks to his hair. So now I had to find a different formula, and then don't use the shea nut oil, use more of an almond oil. So what it does, it still moisturizes his scalp, but it's not greasy.
Right.
So it's a lot that goes into. So I had to make this batch and see how it goes, and I had to write down all the different steps and then go make another one, see how it goes. And now this past weekend, I finally had the perfect formula that I can use on either a Caucasian hair client or somebody with a type A hair, type C hair, and it works both ways. But there's a lot that goes into that, and all of those products that you buy to try, they end up going to waste because you don't need them no more. But people don't understand that there's more. So those products, we are more intentional about making those products and buying something
and making sure that it works. Whereas the bigger companies are more intentional about making sure that it sounds good, it looks good, it looks pretty, it smells good, so that you buy it. So there's different intentions behind both products.
Yes. All right, that was fun.
Yes.
It's 7:02. Yes.
Oh my goodness, it is. This was so much fun.
Thank you so much for coming.
So
thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you
to all the wonderful people that tuned in.
Yes. Thank you for coming. All things skincare organic.
All Things Skin Organic
Oh.
Skin. I know the name is kind of long, but
All Things
even
Skin.
even my family, they twist up the
Yes,
name.
All Things Skin Organic by Natasha
Yes.
and Woozie's Hair Company
Yes.
at I don't remember. What's your number? What's your location? Your number?
Oh, that's right. My location is 310 Maple Ave in Barrington, Rhode Island. The website is www.allthingskinorganic.net, and the phone number is 401-834-1888. You can also find me on all your social media. Well, not all the social media, but the big important ones. Instagram, which is All Things Skin Organic. Facebook, also All Things Skin Organic, and I also dabble in a little bit of TikTok here and there. So
yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there.
yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work with the social media. Again, it's only a one-woman show, so bear with me. We've got memberships and products and all these other things that we're doing, but you can definitely find me if you're interested in corrective skincare, acne skincare, clean skincare, organic skincare. I am your girl.
Yes. All right, and y'all know where to find me, okay? The other day I was at the store. Somebody said, "Are you oozing?" I'm like, "It's depending why you ask. I might be, I might not be." So,
Paparazzi, click,
so
click.
you can find us at you can find us, but you can find. I'm always at work, so you will find me at 780 Bedford Street, Woozie's Hair Company. And we are on all the social media. We don't use all of them. I just.
But you can
I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. My teenagers are showing me how to use that. Yes, and you can also stop by to see us at Evita's thrift store, 1348 Pleasant Street in Fall River. We are a luxury thrift store, so we get everything for you. Yeah, stop by and see us, and we'll take care of you. Keep the hustling going.
Bye.